and it's just like falling on deaf ears until now, when we've actually got somebody like, Scott and Scott who are listening to us have meetings with the police, and it's taken us a decade or over, and people from our street are moving out. They're selling the houses, everybody's had enough. And the thing is, why should we have to move out? Why should we have to feel hijacked, right? Because people have got different agendas. Do you know what? There are lovely people on our street, and I think it's such a shame that people have to move out because we can't stand it anymore. And I think it's, no, we shouldn't have to move out. And do you know what? When I wrote to Lucy Powell years ago, I told her, I said, we have come here, we kind of, we're part of the community, we're doing everything we can to make it such a positive experience for people, but we are not being supported, and guess what? You're going to end up with none again. So, and you know what? That's what's happening, because we've had about 4 houses, I think, in the last couple of months. People moving out, they sold the houses, they are not being listed. And these are definitely people in our community. We're not just, I'm not just talking about anybody. And we have built up that community. We've got nobody ever hears anything positive about my son.
About Rosary Street. Scott can come in where Scott just stepped out. In fact, you speak to Scott at the end of the meeting. You'll have a conversation with him. But Rosary Street, I'm fully aware of Rosary Street. We have got a problem-solving investigation related to Rosary Street. I'll explain to you what that means. But we're going to have a multi-agency response to that, because Rosary Street, I know the issues with street drinking, people playing around using ASB to drug dealing, and we've got a plan in relation to that. So we will be with the council in relation to response to that. Scott will go into some more detail with you. We will be targeting that area.
It's been like over a decade now since we've been living there, and we've been telling
I
you.
appreciate that. But there is
Oh, I know that now. As I say,
it's been going on for over 10 years as well. So there's a lot of complexities to it. It was proportionate, but actually, it's not speech actually. It is one of something we're going to get at. Stop saying.
People might be offended. If you're offended, go.
My question is around, you did make reference that there was police presence, and if they were visible police, not public control, maybe a road, the level of past provisions and all of that was very, very present, very visible. How are you telling me that officers saw that and didn't intervene? And this was earlier in the day, before the sun.
Can I go to I'll explain the thing about gas. The blue, the gas is the blue, isn't it?
It's crowded, isn't it?
It's not illegal possession.
It's legal, but what I'm saying is that police on the site, knowing that it's carnival, it's still going to impact people's, thinking, behaviour and so forth. So again, it might be a case of that you're aware that it's legal for them to do, but it's not wanted at carnival. And therefore, my thinking is, and if I'm bringing my young children there, I don't want them seeing that. I've got a 9-year-old, 8-year-old, and a 5-year-old boy.
Or talk about the
The day, it got worse in the night because obviously, a lot of the younger ones should have gone home by then, but some were still
and
out.
that's something I can feed back, because the carnival event itself is a private managed event, the trustees, and they've got their own private security firm. So it's a condition of entry, one, to be searched, and two, obviously, you're not supposed to bring any drugs or illegal highs in there. But there's 22,000 people that went to that carnival throughout 2 days. So lots of people. Now, again, it will be reviewed. And I will do it back, because I was on the table to backside 4-day carnival. So basically, it's a meeting between all security, the senior leaders, and whatnot, the police. It is a challenging event. I'm not.
No doubt. There's a large number of people, but
I know you are always going to get. You're going to get some cannabis getting through. You're going to get some balloons getting through. You've got to balance the dealing with the drugs with, if you're going to cause a large riot, basically. So there is a balance.
For me, I think we're deviating off the plot a little bit. It's like, look, the issues that you have every year with Caribbean Carnival, it's organised as whoever under the, like I said, I have 12 years of it, mate. So that's not here. What we're talking about, and what this lady's saying, is that at least with the prior people who used to run the carnival prior to that, there was a more connected and communicated way of dealing with that. Where was the public meeting for the public in Alexandra Park that we used to have to hold 2 weeks before? But I'm not trying to place blame. I'm just saying we need to, these are the things that we need to, as a group, and there's wider questions for the community there as well that we have to challenge.
Before COVID, there was more engagement. Is that what you're trying to say from the carnival organisers?
Yeah.
And the police?
Yeah, again, with all those entities, because there's been a breakdown in the relationships. The previous owners were taking a partnership with Carnival anymore. I resigned in 2018. I went on to other things. It seems like what has taken place was that, you know, these people that have been brought in at the last minute to run an event just to make sure that we have it, just so we don't stop the community.
Let's not go.
Yeah? Rather than use their heads and say, look, let's get people out, let's go and talk to these people, communicate. That's what I say. That has been the main problem for years.
I wouldn't like to. Oh, you go ahead because you're.
Well, I've got a bit of a bad throat because I'm shouting and stuff. Listen, what I would like to get across so all of these can hear. When the gay community have a carnival, I've got no problem with it. It is well policed. They bring a lot of money into Manchester. People come from all over the world to go to the big carnival, which is a beautiful event. But we do not get the same policing as the gay carnival. Manchester Carnival creates problems. The gay carnival creates men. So there's two differences, and we need to get down to the business.
The policing response to the carnival, both the day carnival and night carnival, go back to the first one. It will be reviewed, and it is at the highest possible level. So it will get reviewed, and I'm not in a position to say what will happen next year.
Well,
Believe me, after the event.
I think 6 o'clock is a good idea to cut off everything, pull out the plug, buy, go where you live.
And in an ideal world, maybe that, maybe.
No, in an ideal world it can happen, but you see, it's down to the community to know that after certain times, it's time to turn off and everyone go home. Because obviously, this generation that is coming, what you all need to know is they're different, they don't have no manners, they don't have no respect, they don't have no pride in themselves, they don't have no respect for the elders, and a lot of the breakdown is from the family, but it's part of the community as well, because what they see and what they see on Instagram and Facebook, they think they can play it out in this world, but right now we're doing that. We need to get a grip, because see, this community is built on Abasindi. Anyone knows my Abasindi? Teach people to have respect, teach you about your culture, teach you about where you're coming from, and they help you. But they are all gone now. But them people there are the people at the backbone of this community that kept it going for so long. And when you had a problem with housing or with your children in school or whatever the problem, you went to Abasindi. We ain't got that anymore. So let me tell you now, wake up and smell the coffee.
Thank you.
In fact, now it is.
I think the point that lady's just made about pride gets like better resource.
No, I'm not talking capital. True capital.
It's right, and I think that if they're gonna, I think what was good about it this year in the park was instead of fencing off the bits of the park that you weren't using, the actual carnival was fenced off when they were back checked. So why can't we have on the night carnival? Because I live right near the Claremont pub, so I had to try and come home from work and unload my car on Saturday night, which is beside the point. And I don't object to carnival. I think it's a good thing for the area. But why can't we have a cordoned off area where the night carnival is, with bag checks, with extra bins for all the rubbish?
Yeah,
two portable toilets in the park. There are none in the street. We wouldn't have people shitting on our doorsteps. People don't mind the carnival happening. It's a really important part of this area. But can we have some portable bag checks? Even if it isn't legal, all I could hear out my front window on Saturday night, the music stopped early. I've been here when the music goes on till 6 o'clock in the morning. You get no sleep, and that's fine. All I could hear was hissing.
That's all.
On Saturday night, there was no music, and you know you can't stop people selling alcohol. People are going to bring it, but it could be that changing that it's not allowed for you
For
guys
common
into
sense.
that space.
To any event, risk assess it and to put in place what you need.
Great Times Police, police a lot of events. So, worked out myself, I know exactly what goes on at Pride. Now, the Pride and Caribbean Carnival, especially at night time, so totally different events. And there's a reason why, because they present totally different threats. Okay, because there is a challenge and a threat with the night unlicensed music events and parties and the congregation of people on Claremont Road, because people do attend there with the intent or potential to cause people harm, as we've seen over the weekend. You are highly unlikely to see that type of violence at a Pride event. So you need
So what happened to all them bodies that end up in the canal?
Yeah, they get violent in different ways.
Where's the
I
camera?
ask you, do you imagine the Pride having paid for police services?
Because they don't mind, they want us to
Why
please.
is it removed?
the point about
Why did it get
a,
removed?
license,
That's all I want to
that's
ask.
to be fed back, I'm sure it's not.
Asking you would help
Thank
them.
God it's 360.
That's okay.
Regardless whether
Somebody wants to really
everyone get a chance to answer, and I'll speak to as many people as I can. But you just let me respond to the lady's point, because it's really important. Thank you. So I understand that that can be fed back, but if you've got a night event, I am 99.9% sure there will still be street parties, unlicensed, drinking on the street. You'll still have the balloons, because that's what people want to do. Not everybody would go to a night event, and you're still going to have people congregating who've done a day event, going to a night event, they're drunk, they're on drugs. You're still going to have a certain element of threat. Plus, you're going to have all the toilet facilities. I know what you're saying. So you're going to have a night event, say on Claremont Road, where you're still going to have real issues with toilets and things like that. I'm not saying it's acceptable, because I know a lot of you have to put up a lot with Carnival. I can imagine I would not want to live and have to clean that up the next day. But as I said, there's a lot of complexities around the policing of the Carnival, and all that will be fed back, because, as I said before, it's on a very high level to get to how we're going to respond to that next year. Okay.
I appreciate some of it's the council, but then things like, there's also a sort of health and safety issue that at the moment we haven't cleaned our side of Claremont Road. All our alleyways stink, and none of the kids can go out.
I'll have that, but that's not something that I can influence. So
No,
it's not to take on the council.
what the gentleman was saying about coordinating with the community is one thing, but also coordinating with the council, because I think it isn't just the police. It needs to be a multi-approach, and it needs to involve everybody to make it a success. And the police have obviously got their issues, but obviously as residents, the issues that we've got might not come onto your agenda, because obviously some of the issues are things like street cleanliness, toilets, bins. There's no extra bins. I mean, the people who run stuff trying to sweep stuff up, but there's nowhere to put the rubbish. There's nowhere for people to go to the toilets, because you're going to do it in the street.
I appreciate that point, and I know I appreciate there's a limit to what the police can influence most of the council. So the councils, the bins, the toilets and things is a massive council. We do work very closely with the council. So again, when I speak to the neighbourhood officers who we work very closely with for the actual council, I will feed that back forward. Okay. You wanted to come in very, very quickly, just very quickly.
Yeah, another key big difference, because like I said, I was a health and safety advisor in Carnival for 12 years up till 2018. You know, another big difference between Pride and Carnival is that the fact that, because I've still got the document where we were either forced to pay £28,000 for police services for policing Carnival, and the night operations you were going to put in place over that period, and you were going to charge the Carnival for a community event that only and solely is bought and paid for by the people that attend the event, the community.
Okay.
My question was, do Manchester Pride have to pay for police services, or is it?
I don't know. I don't
Get funded to do it.
Somebody else answer it, and a chance to. Yes, you've been waiting a while.
On that point, Wasim did take away and gave us a Carnival free policing wise, yeah. after we objected to paying the fees, and I think it's almost like that with this particular time. But the point I want to make is that I take exception to what you said about the private carnival. There is no such thing. The community, the Caribbean people, owns this carnival. It's their heritage and culture. It must be respected under the Geneva.
When I meant private, it's separate from.
So nobody
the council.
owns it. The police, no the town hall, no anybody. Yeah? And the carnival should be given the freedom because it created a lot of emancipation. Yeah, from the days of the French and the Spanish and everybody else. So, all I'm saying is that when I know that there are people who have issues there and I could sympathize with them, but the whole point about the carnival is to celebrate a lot of emancipation stuff that went on in the past. And I say this, that the night carnival, which I put to the council, and they haven't sorted it, I said to the council, we can create a management team for the night carnival, which will get rid of a lot of this problems with the tourism thing, yeah, and right, that the carnival committee that runs the inside of the park, they do their job, we do our job. And I think that it should be paid for as well, because we need the help. We were working with the police. Now, when Seacom was in charge, we worked with the police inside out. You know, whenever we had to tie down anything. I do feel in the present system, when I went into the park there for a long while after now, and I looked at how they boxed you in, and I felt like an animal caged in. And had that shooting taken place in that ring, where would people run to? They can't get out. Wait. It's not a health and safety issue. It's what it is. It becomes a hindrance to health and safety.
It's not carnival.
And I'd say
Put us in a
when
cage.
Carnival was being run from 2003 to 2018, there was no such barriers. Right? We didn't accept it.
To answer your point, in relation to the day carnival itself, the whole police operation around that as well will be reviewed. It has caused a number of, shall we say, complexities because for 2 years we've not had a carnival. Since COVID, we've not had a carnival. And I might
This thing with COVID and excuses.
it's not an excuse.
How many
Right,
years have we
okay.
been carnival?
It's not
How
happened
many
2
years have we
years
been carnival?
properly. That's not an excuse, that's a fact. So it started up again. Now, my understanding is there's different people running it, and it has got some trustees. Now, anything that we can learn from, and they can learn from, should be reviewed for next year. So if you've got concerns,
You should consult.
And that's why I've kept it away. That's why I've kept it away from the day carnival, because what happens in the evening, rightly or rightly not, does it not fall under your obligations of policing that area anyway, knowing that year on year there is an increased risk of harm or serious injury or death.
You said it could be fed back. It could be fed back in the planning for next year. So I'm just mindful on this side of the room. I've not managed to speak to anybody yet. So if anybody would like to ask a question.
The camera.
Oh, sorry,
We had a camera in the middle, you know, Rosebery Street, Claremont Road, with a CCTV camera halfway down.
Yeah.
Why did it move? Why did it get removed? And it's gone.
Where that, sorry?
Just off Clever Road, exactly where the shooting was.
Right, no, there's definitely a camera on the
There
Claremont
was
Road.
a big, you did anyone remember the big